at fineliving.com. Log on today.
Coming up next on Fine Living, meet the people who make the most of their time by helping others on the premiere of WIndshield America. Then, explore a new option in travel. Live your vacation as the locals do on Around the World in 80 Homes.
As I travel from coast to coast, I encounter Americans who are truly living the dream. These fortunate people have found happiness in life, and their stories are as amazing as America itself. Happiness has many faces. This I know for sure.
Hi, I'm Heather Templeton. Welcome to WIndshield America.
In the redwood town of Casadera, California, I meet a household like no other, and a woman who raises the bar for raising a family. Then we head to North Carolina to meet a man who's given away thousands of bicycles to needy kids. Finally, we hit the streets of Los Angeles and hook up with a lady who has found happiness in the hot dog business.
As I was growing up, I had one sister who was 8 years younger and was more like my first baby. When I was a child, I was jealous of all my friends that had lots of siblings, and I loved all the noise and commotion.
Rochelle Alexander always wanted a large family.
Katie!
And she got it.
Michael and David!
Breakfast time.
Emily, Aaron, Sarah.
It's a house full of commotion.
Are you starving, Emily? You have all the butter you need on yours. Okay, it went off. I'm Michael.
Hey, Michael, nice to meet you. And 11 adopted kids who call her
This is Aaron, Sarah, Katie, Emily, who's
6.
Meredith, who's 5, Michael and David, and they're 8.5, and here's Rebecca in the high chair, who's 2 years old. Alicia is in bed. She sleeps in on the no school mornings. I like her attitude. That's
And there's 2 more daughters, but they're not here today. What I learned quickly is that even in the midst of chaos, Rochelle Alexander has the gift of making everything feel okay.
So she's happy. Well, thanks. There's a lot of laundry. That's the biggest deal we have.
Meredith, can you come help me fold this up? Oh, that's a good look on you.
Lots and lots of laundry. It's never ending. I tell people I'm just a washerwoman. One of the things that I anticipated in having a lot of children is all the love and the joy in the household, and that's been the case.
Raising a family this size takes a lot of love and a lot of money. They make ends meet relying on husband Randy's military pension, some state funding, and home equity loans.
Okay, come on guys, let's get loaded up, climb in. Here we go. The kids have different activities they're involved in. We do a lot of driving.
Back up a little bit. That's a Jeep. Right
On
there.
top of her 11 adopted kids, Rochelle often provides a home for foster children.
It's something that I can do to give back to the community and at the same time meet my own needs for wanting to raise a large family and, surround my world with love.
Rochelle's path to parenthood was not a simple one. During her first marriage, she lost her only biological baby at 9 days old. The couple was devastated, and the bereaved marriage ended in divorce. For years, Rochelle lived alone. She began to consider adoption.
There was a baby in our family that was going to need an adoptive home, and I went, oh, well, I'll take that baby. That would be perfect. When I was 25, I adopted my first child, Vanessa. I'd never wanted to be a single parent, so I was kind of like, hope I'm doing the right thing. But it was really a wonderful experience. We were really close because it was just the 2 of us.
Jake was Rochelle's second child. He was born with physical and mental challenges and passed away 2 years ago.
Very unexpectedly the night before his high school graduation, and broke our hearts, just as a family.
That was nice.
I suppose with this many children you have huge amounts of joy, but also you're so much more vulnerable to huge amounts of pain, and it's like this full spectrum of life to me. I really am experiencing this life. It's, you know, it's not something that's passing by and I'm not noticing it, but it's just right there. It's good.
As a single parent, Rochelle raised Vanessa, Sarah, Katie, Aaron, and Jake.
She's everything I've ever wanted and didn't know I even missed. When I think of the kids, the only word that pops into my head is super mom, because she is probably the most wonderful and best mother that I've ever encountered.
Randy Barron was Rochelle's childhood sweetheart. They reconnected through an old friend and fell in love again. In Randy, she found a partner ready and willing to embrace the challenges of her family and eager to raise even more kids by adopting their 7 other children.
What has been your greatest joy of having all these children?
Raising them. They've turned out absolutely wonderful, and everybody who meets them falls in love with them.
Tony secret, Tony secret, Tony secret.
Does it ever get just crazy?
Yeah, when we go on trips, it just, you don't know where everyone is, and it just gets really crazy. It gets hectic here, it really does.
Would you have it any other way?
No, I like my family.
No, you're messing up my hope.
I think that they are better equipped to go out in the real world and see how, as a community, we all have to care for each other, and I think that they really have a good sense of that.
When we come back, the dramatic story of how Rochelle's large family performs a small miracle named Meredith.
Fine Living has all the information you need to be a great American shopper. Log on right now to fineliving.com/TV and click the American Shopper link. You'll find dozens of short videos packed with unbiased, useful information about all the stuff you want to buy.
So you don't waste your time or your money.
American Shopper, online at fineliving.com/TV and on air every weekend at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on Fine Living. Do more with your time and money.
In the Northwest, it can rain 200 inches a year. Not a problem for new Oralast wood. At the coast, high humidity is always knocking on the door. No sweat for Oralast. In the South, termites can eat 1,000 pounds of wood a year, but they won't eat Oralast wood. Oralast, the first ever worry-free wood. Gelwin windows and doors. Reliability for real life.
Like a force of nature, Infinity Acceleration Swell technology unleashes power in a way that feels virtually endless. The all-new Infinity G, 306 horsepower, beyond machine.
I tried dozens of diets, but MetaFast was the only one that I could actually stick with, and I lost 57 pounds doing it.
Only with MetaFast did my cravings stop, and I lost 85 pounds.
MetaFast, when you have 20 pounds or more to lose.
MetaFast was so much easier than those other diets. There was no carb counting, no point watching, no having to plan out my diets for the day. It was all set up for me.
With MetaFast, I lost my cravings for sweets and carbohydrates automatically.
MetaFast, balancing low calories with high nutrition.
You never get hungry because you eat a balanced meal 6 times a day.
I needed something simple, and it was simple to follow.
MetaFast, it doesn't take long.
I dropped a dress size every 2 weeks and went from a size 20 to a size 10.
I lost 2 to 5 pounds every week for 6 months.
See how fast you lose with MetaFast. Recommended by physicians. Call now.
The weight just melts off of you. 2 to 5 pounds every week. It just keeps coming off.
Gotta go to the store and get some more food for our trip.
Here in Cazadero, California, the Alexander Barron family gets ready for a camping trip. In this family, the more the merrier.
No, let's go.
Today, 6 out of 11 siblings and 2 cousins must pack and load into the family RV.
Michael? a good time? Yeah! You guys ready to roast hot dogs tonight over the open fire?
Rochelle Alexander is living her dream, and that means being a mom. A mom to kids who have no one else, and a mom to those who are considered beyond hope of saving.
Meredith, look, do you see the beach?
That was the story of little Meredith.
When Meredith was born, her birth mother had a very severe case of fetal alcohol syndrome, had had a very hard life, and was using heavy amounts of alcohol herself. So she didn't realize that she'd given birth. And other people realized that this may have happened and went and got the park ranger to retrieve this baby out of a porta potty.
Doctors said Meredith had severe trauma. She would never see, speak, or probably stand. When Rochelle told her kids the incredible story of the little girl found in the outhouse, their response was astounding.
And they all went, well, Mom, why don't we take that baby? You know, why don't we do her foster care? We know how to take care of babies like that. And I thought, wow, you guys are amazing.
The Alexander Barron family adopted baby Meredith and gave a home to the baby with no hope.
Her first couple of weeks of life were just real touch and go. Her doctors were still saying, no, you know, with this amount of brain tissue lost and this amount of fetal alcohol syndrome that they could see in her, they said that she would probably be blind and deaf and just pretty vegetative, you know, a little vegetable really is how it was described, you know, and we thought, well, we know how to take care of babies like that.
Meredith, come here, do you see the baby ducks?
And Meredith has blossomed under this family's watch.
With Meredith, the biggest challenge is really just keeping her safe because she's got so much energy and she wants to try absolutely everything.
Yeah, she has just a wonderful spirit.
Yeah, and so it's really, it takes the entire family. You know, it
takes a village.
It does. With her, it takes a big village. Can you put that on the table? All right, that table will do. I feel fortunate because in raising this large family, I'm meeting my needs to surround myself with love and joy and know that I'm doing something good for other people, for the children and for the world to help make it a better place. It's so great to be here.
Rochelle Alexander has found happiness giving many children a family. In return, they have given her innocence, life, love, gentleness, curiosity, honesty, humor, playfulness, and confidence.
There's a lot here, this life, you know. It's like you have to take it all, you know, and really the more the better, the more of everything. It's really true.
Look at the waves. Tomorrow we will walk down and we'll check out the...
When we return, a North Carolina man finds